Hello everyone, I'm Jackson and welcome back to another video where today we're going to be doing a comparison of the Rubik's 2.0 cube and the Concave cube. So, let's just start off with general info. The Rubik's 2.0 is available at like Geppetto's for or Walmart and stuff for about $14, which is it's an okay price, not amazing, but yeah, it's okay. And then the Concave cube is available on Amazon for a great price of $5. So, the sticker shades on these puzzles they're okay. Let's start off with the Concave cube. It has very nice shades. Yeah, pretty nice shades. And yeah, the yellow is a little bit not as good as I like my yellow, but yeah, it's okay. So, for the general info, I give the Concave cube a 4 out of 5. And then for the Rubik's, let's take a look at the shades. It is a very, very dull orange, which I do not like, and I don't like the green either. The yellow is pretty ugly. Yeah, I don't really like the Rubik's brand shades. I mean, look at that orange. That orange is amazing compared to the Rubik's. So I give the Rubik's a 3 out of 5. Next, speed and feel. Let's start off with the Rubik's. It does about 180 degrees, but I have looped mine. Goes about 100, almost 180, but not quite. Concave cube. A little bit faster than the Rubik's, but yeah. Okay. The feel on the Rubik's is very clicky and crunchy. It's got a pretty good feel. It's very crispy and clicky and crunchy. And overall, algorithms flow okay on it, but they can be done. The Concave cube, the feel is a bit more clicky and less crunchy. I really like the feel of it. Algorithms also flow pretty good on it. So for the speed and feel category, I give the Rubik's, again, a 3 out of 5. And the Concave cube, a 4 out of 5. Bumping the Concave cube up to 8 out of 10 possible points. And the Rubik's, a 7 out of 10. Corner cutting on these two puzzles. Let's start off with the Rubik's. Let's try 45. It can do it with a bit of a struggle, but surprisingly for Rubik's, it can do it. That's actually really good. I'm kind of experimenting here, and lockups do happen a lot. They happen at every solve, but they happen, and yeah. They happen, but not too much. So the Rubik's, I'm going to give a 4 out of 5. Try with the Concave cube. Concave cube can do about line to line until it pops, which we'll get to later. So yeah, Concave cube can do about line to line if it doesn't pop. Line to line, a little bit further you can go. Sometimes you can sneak up. You about there, it won't go 45. I'll see it back, guys. It can do about, sometimes it can do 45, but it can't do 45, but that's because it'll pop the second you turn it. This is actually kind of ridiculous, considering that we'll get to it back later, but yeah, this cube pops a lot. Okay, so for corner, and also this cube does lock up a lot. Locks up right there, locks up right there, and locks up right there, locks up right there, and yeah, I give it a 2 out of 5. Okay, so, design flaws. Start off with the concave cube. Pops a lot, and I mean a lot. You can't even do a solve. Like, you can't even do one solve without this thing popping or exploding. It's the most annoying cube on the planet. If you don't like popping cubes and you rely a lot on like the corner cutting and stuff, don't pick this cube up unless you're a collector. This cube seriously sucks. I know I was a little bit better about it in my review, but now that I've had more time to play with it, I've pretty much found out that it sucks. And where did that piece go? Yeah, this thing doesn't really corner twist. I get them every once in a while, but every 50 solves or so I get one, which is okay. So yeah, for the design flaws, I'm giving the concave cube 2 out of 5 again. Rubik's 2.0. Popping never happens unless you're looking at reverse corner cutting. Sometimes this cube can pop just like the green Cyclone Boys cube does, but this one isn't as bad. So popping almost never happens. Never had a corner twist in the time I've had it, and I've had it for more than a year now. So yeah, for the Rubik's, I'm giving it a 5 out of 5. Actually, you know what? I'm giving it a 4 out of 5 because it's not perfect. So, what are my final thoughts on these two puzzles? Well, let's start off with the concave cube. I'm kind of disappointed with this cube. It pops just way more than I think it does. And if you just tighten the tensions, that works, but then it becomes extremely sluggish. I mean, seriously, I've tried tightening this, I'm loosening it like a whole bajundle of times, but if I tighten it enough, it'll get super sluggish, and if I loosen it enough, it'll pop an insane amount. I have mine on kind of medium tensions right now, but it still pops like crazy, and I would definitely not recommend it unless you're gonna collect. Okay, moving on to the Rubik's 2.0. What are my thoughts on this? Well, I actually have to say, this is a really nice cube, especially for Rubik's. I never thought the company like Rubik's, would come out anything like this. This is really good for what it is. I mean, for what it is, obviously, but it's definitely not the best cube out there, but like it's definitely not up to par of the speed cubes of today. Like, let's say the Gogon Yuxiao or anything like crazy like that. But I have to say it's definitely good for Rubik's because I never thought this would happen to Rubik. So yeah, my opinion is that this is pretty good. As you can see, I got a 38-second solve, which doesn't happen often. I mean, I'd never think I'd get that second solve on a Rubik's brand. My best solve, I think, before was on the Rubik's brand was honestly 49 seconds, but I just got a 38-second solve. So, I hope you enjoyed. Please like the video, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.